This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Republicans have spent a lot of this last year, once they got into power and got the majority, this particular Congress, censuring Rashida Tlaib and doing insane, bogus, clearly fabricated impeachment inquiries. It's a lot about retribution in Donald Trump's name. And there's a few members of Congress who are very adroit, exceedingly skilled at what they do. Dan Goldman is one of them. And he has introduced a censure resolution against Elise Stefanik, who right now is going gangbusters to be Donald Trump's vice president. Her entire objective in life right now is to be as much of a lapdog, sycophant, brown-nosing ass kiss to Donald Trump and whatever his agenda is at that moment that she can be. It is a sight to behold to watch a leader within the Republican Party, a literal in leadership. She's like the number 3 or 4 Republican in the House. Just be obsequious. It's gross. But you have to do that in order to gain favor in the heart and the mind of the dear leader, Donald Trump. So this first clip is Dan Goldman announcing the censure resolution. And really, it is for a worthy and decent cause that they want to censure her. I think that it is appropriate given the recent comments of late about the insurrection. Watch this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to introduce a resolution to censure Congresswoman Elise Stefanik for providing aid, comfort, and support to the rioters and insurrectionists who violently attacked this Capitol on January 6, 2021, in an effort to undermine our democracy and illegally stop the peaceful transfer of power. Since that attempted coup, Ms. Stefanik has repeatedly and persistently expressed support for the duly convicted insurrectionists. Last week, echoing the inflammatory language of criminal defendant Donald Trump, Ms. Stefanik disgracefully referred to the January 6 insurrectionists in prison as, quote, hostages, unquote. Ms. Stefanik's support of convicted criminals charged with offenses against the United States government, including attempted violence against members of this body, is simply unacceptable from a member of Congress. Nor is it acceptable for a member of Congress who purports to oppose anti-Semitism to equate convicted insurrectionists with the more than 130 Israeli hostages who remain subject to horrific conditions in Gaza. She therefore must be censured. I yield back.
What he didn't say there, more plainly, more clearly, more forcefully, and I think he should have, is that among the people that Elise Stefanik is calling hostages are people who have been convicted by a jury of their peers of seditious conspiracy, effectively treason against the United States of America, and she's acting like they're heroes, like they're political prisoners, like they're hostages being taken by kidnappers. That is not just aid and comfort to insurrectionists and attempted coup makers. That is traitorous to the ideals of the United States and the Constitution to which she swore an oath. I know I bang on about this a lot, but I believe this is an important aspect that gets overlooked too much. These people rose their right hand, or is it raised their right hand, and swore to support. They swore an oath, a solemn affirmation to support and defend this document against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And here she is giving them aid and comfort, whether it be rhetorical or otherwise, calling them hostages, people who were convicted in our system of jurisprudence by a jury of their peers, by other private citizens who saw the evidence, who weighed the evidence, and came to the conclusion of guilt, sentencing them to prison, up to and including seditious conspiracy against the United States. Without doubt, without equivocation, Elise Stefanik is guilty of these items that she's being accused of and should be censured. Will she be censored? No, it's not going to happen. The Republican Party is a party of traitors. It is a party of disrespect for the rule of law. It's a party of disrespect for all of the jingoistic nonsense that in their patriot nature they claim to abide by. Their masturbatory patriotism day after day after day after day. This was a statement. Scott McFarland, the journalist, he tweeted a portion of a statement from the Elise Stefanik team. This is how it is. Response from Stefanik Post spokesperson. Failed far-left House Democrats. Even the way they write their tweets is an aberration to standard grammatically correct English. Who else does that? Donald Trump. Even their statements in opposition to what's happening mirror Donald Trump's. If that's not obsequious, I don't know what is. Again, failed far-left House Democrats are in absolute desperate free fall that Elise Stefanik continues to be one of those defective members of Congress going on offense every single day. Yeah, she needs to be censured because she's effective. That's it. Dipshit. What do you think? I would love to know. Would you like to see this happen, her to be censured? You can comment below. We can have a conversation there. You can also call and leave me a brief voicemail. Brief, please. Keep them brief. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always every day. Put me in your address book, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. Please consider supporting this work, helping produce these videos, helping me reach with the message that I bring every day. I would appreciate it. You can click the join button below for $2 a month, $1.99. You can become a channel member. You can hit the super thanks button, or you can go over to my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being engaged. Thanks for being willing to try to change our world and our country for the better. I appreciate it. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram and Threads and TikTok and Facebook and Blue Sky. I'm everywhere that there's social media, unfortunately. And if you're there, unfortunately, too, you can follow me there. I'm at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. Anyway, we'll see if this happens. I don't think so. Mark that as another prediction. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.